Game of Life training.
Welcome. Welcome to your Drive at 5 Live. No jive. Today, we're going to talk about living in the end and what that means. Thanks for joining us. My name is Aaron David Spiegel with Game of Life training for the game of life, the stuff that they don't teach you in school. So it's a beautiful day, cloudy, overcast. But however you look at the day is up to you, right? Nobody can say I am for you. Once you know that, you're doing good. Once you know that, you got to practice, though. Because if you don't practice, it's like anything, it'll atrophy. You'll just stay right there, or you'll forget and you'll go back and you'll go into your old ways. Like the salt, something to do with this salt. How I got this title, or at least where I mainly have heard it from, is from a guy named Neville Goddard, and he's pretty awesome. He broke down the Bible in a way that I could understand, because prior to that, I thought everybody was a damn hypocrite, and I didn't believe, verbatim, word for word, kind of the historicity of the Bible. And I felt like it was allegory. And he kind of broke it down, like I said, in a way that I could understand, and then in a way that I could experience. So he's got a lot of information out there. I would suggest that you go check him out, because if it spoke to me. Okay. So if you're listening to me, maybe you like the way I talk about things better, but if it's an older version of things. So, he's gone now from this earth, but his message is still the same. And I'm regurgitating essentially a lot of that, but also from my own experience. Okay. Because I've experienced his teachings, and I was studying long before I ever came across Neville Goddard. So, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill, Mark Victor Hansen, those are some of my major influences in this training for the game of life. I've been training since I was 22-ish, 21. Yeah, 23 maybe, somewhere around there. Read my first book. It was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and it was a pretty good book. It got me on my path, and hopefully you're coming across this information now because you're ready for it. What they didn't teach you about the imagination, what they didn't teach you about words, and what they didn't teach you about your creation, your ability to create your experience here on earth. So I'm here to pass that along to you. There's a simple formula that I use, and that is words to imagination to get the feeling of being, consciousness of being. That's the practice. And when you can master that, you can have anything in this realm. It's, all things are possible to those who believe. Which brings me to this. What I did was I looked up what the Bible verses are for living in the end. And so I'm going to go through that with you. Mark 11. Mark 11:24 says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." I thought there was one more. Anyway, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." And what that means is you have to go inside of your mind and convince yourself that you've already got it. Which, how? What do you do? I just gave you the formula. The formula is use your words to essentially create the scene in your mind that you want. You can hear these things inside, you can say these things inside, but say you want a puppy dog, okay? Let's just use that as an example. If you want a puppy dog, then you go inside, you close your eyes, and you imagine what it would be like if you had a puppy dog and what that puppy dog would look like and how it would sound, how it would smell. And you go in and you say, I've got a pup. I just use my words to describe that. If you don't get that, I'm trying to go through it with you. Um, what would it smell like? What would it look like? What would it sound like? What would it feel like in your arms if you were holding the puppy dog? Um, you use your words to get the picture in your mind or the image or the situation, the circumstance, and then you get the feeling that it's true, like it's real. It's get so involved in that inside your mind, and it's a meditative experience. You're going in, it says, be still and know that I am God. So you're going in while you're still and consciously creating these things because you're talking to yourself all day long. And a lot of times you're not even aware that you're talking to yourself. Most people are not. So if you're not aware that you're not talking to yourself, just pay attention and then, start realizing that you're saying stuff inside your head because you are. Everybody does it all the time, all day long. It's a constant. And until you become aware of that, you can't really change anything. Because you're subject to it. You're not the authority over it. It's the authority over you. You're just reacting to that voice. You're doing whatever that voice says, unbeknownst to you. Well, once you know it, then you can listen to the voice and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I used to believe. I don't believe that anymore. I'm not agreeing with that anymore. I don't, like you could never have a puppy. Oh, yeah, you could have a puppy. Or I don't have a place for a puppy. If you really want a puppy and that's what you want, then you have to silence that voice. That's called the voice of doubt. So you say, okay, yeah, I really want a puppy. And then now you imagine that you have that puppy. And then you, you say, I have the puppy, right? That's the words. Again, words to imagination, to the feeling or consciousness of being, the state of being, the state of acceptance of truth already now, right? Same thing every time. And then this says Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So you've heard God makes the unseen seen. So what is that? The unseen is what it goes on in your head, okay? And then he'll make it seen in this realm, in this world of experience that each and every one of us has. So whatever it is that you want, that's what you're asking for as if they're already done. It says you have faith in it that it's you have faith in that concept that God makes the unseen seen. Once you understand it and once you've seen it too many times, you can't deny it. So now it's vitally important for you to direct your own thoughts, or else, you know, you have to go through the consequences. So, and then it says Matthew says 21:22. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. So, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer, which means that you have to get yourself to believe. How do you do that? You use your words. You imagine whatever it is that you want. The puppy. I already have the puppy. Now you got to believe it. I already have the puppy. You can't say, I already have the puppy and not have the puppy. How the hell do you do that? Well, that's what I said. You have to practice, test for yourself, and see. I've done these things. I do these things. Now it's your turn. You get to do these things. I already have the puppy. That's what you say. If you want a puppy. So yeah. Um, that's what it means. And then John, 1 John, 1 John 5:14. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. Everything is according to his will. Okay? Everything is according to his will. Even for you to mess up. So you have to choose what it is that you want and have confidence. And you say, thank you, Father, that it is already done. Um, and then it says 1 John 5:15, and if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we ask of him. So if you know that God is listening all the time because you can't get away from that voice inside your head, that consciousness of being that is God. If you know that God is listening all the time, then you know that he's answered your prayer already. You're asking. Look around your life and see what it looks like. And if it's complete chaos and hell, then you've been asking for that. Sorry. Hard pill to swallow for some. I might lose you here. Adioso, senorita. We'll see you later. That's the reality of it. Okay. That's the truth. It's the good news because once you know it, you can change it. Yeah. I mean, how amazing is that? All right. Sorry. I was trying to stop the screen there. So ask with faith that it is done and it'll be given to you. That's one of my favorites. Um, another is, all things are possible to those who believe. You have to believe. How do you do it? You practice, you practice, you practice. You write it down, you repeat it, you brainwash yourself. You believe all this crap that you see in the world because you've been brainwashed to believe it. You believe that's just the way it is because you've been brainwashed to believe it. And some of the stuff from birth and some of the stuff from very young. So it's not so easy just to get rid of those beliefs all the time. You have to practice. You have to do something about it. That's what this is. It's a reminder because you're not going to change unless you change what you say to yourself or what you say out loud or what you write down, silent, written, or spoken. Words. And then the images that you're holding. If you're seeing the worst possible scenario every time, you might want to change that. You're building toward it. It's like wishing and wishing and wishing that this will come true. That's the same thing. It's like wishing and wishing and wishing that this will come true on the good side. Do you wish for money? Do you wish for health? Do you wish for acceptance? Or are you looking at everything in the worst possible way? Some doctor told you you're dying of some disease and you believe that. Once you believe it, you're going to act in accordance. When you question it and you see it like, wait a minute, it's possible. Is it possible that I could actually get better out of this? Have other people done it? That's a great one because if I can do it, you can do it. And I always looked at other things that other people do. I mean, I got this at a young age. It was really cool because for whatever reason, I got fortunate to know that if you can do it, I can do it. But I said, I've always known there's no difference between you and me. And some people are very talented in some kind of way, so doesn't necessarily mean if you can do it, I can do it. I can't even believe that at this point. But as far as my physical being goes here, but the concept is real. And if you can do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. And if somebody can do it, if somebody gets better, if somebody gets healthier from the situation you're in, then you can too. It's not because their genetics are that much better. It's most likely the things that they're looking at, how they're looking at, and the faith that they have and the hope that they have that they can actually get better. Or it could just be a miracle and somewhere deep down inside. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But if you're looking at the health, like if you're thinking, is it possible that I could actually get healthier? And the answer is yes, then you're going to start your brain and is going to start searching out that in this world, you're going to start looking for solutions. What if it's possible that I could do whatever, right? What would it look like if I already were the person I would like to be or in the situation I would like to be? What would it look like? What would it be like? What would it sound like? That's how you have to do it. That's how you build your faith. Because when you see these things happen, you can't deny them. But it still makes it a challenge to, believe something that your whole life you've been taught different. So you have to practice. I mean, that's what we're doing here. Good job on you. Good on you because you're doing what, I don't know if this is torturous for you, but I know I've listened to some stuff in the past and I really just didn't want to listen to it. I just knew I should. So I did. And, it's always been beneficial. It's like going to the gym. You always feel better once you get done. So yeah, or going to church, you always feel better once you get done. I mean, not everybody all the time, but you know what I mean. It's always like, oh yeah, I'm glad I did that. So good job on you for listening, and hopefully, let's just walk through something real quick because I'd like to do this with all of my videos for the most part. Um, if you can see this, it says, sorry, I am becoming more. So, what is it that you want in your life that you would like to be better at or that you would like to become more of? What is it that's in your life that you would like more of? And let's go through it. Let's just say, I'm becoming healthier every day. Can you say that? I'm becoming healthier every day. I am becoming more confident every day. I'm becoming more confident every day. I am becoming happier every day. I'm becoming happier every day. I am becoming more fulfilled every day. I am becoming more fulfilled every day. I am becoming more joyous every day. See how cool that is? You can use it for anything. It works. I haven't seen it any other way. So thanks for watching today. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my phone number 513-604-5621. I can help you put your thoughts into perspective for the things that you would like to accomplish. I'll be back again for your drive at 5. Until the next time, take care. Love your friends, love your neighbors, love your family. Tell them, give them a hug, and make it your best day ever. We'll see you next time.